Hello, welcome to another Enchanted Expressions tutorial. Today we're going to play with grids. These Yop and Tom journals come with this amazing grid guide, and we are going to use it to create rows of four, lots and lots of them. We're also going to use these tapes. These were ordered by AN, and I want to use some of those tapes to create this page. What we're going to do, we are going to start with a whole lot of rows. Lots and lots of rows. And I'm going to use the guide so that I know where to start and where to end and have it all be nice and centered without having to put a whole lot of brain effort into it. So I am comparing where I'm at to what is above me on the grid, and then I'm just counting squares and getting that line across. Okay, I got the bottom line. I'm now going to do the one that goes above it before I go ahead and close the boxes. One of the things we are not going for on this particular piece is perfection. I am a perfectionist. I want everything to go exactly as planned, but that's not really healthy, especially when you're just creating things for fun. And so I am just going to let that spot where my ruler moved be and just let it exist. It's hard, but it's good. And you're going to notice many other places throughout this where I wasn't perfect. And I think sometimes in the journaling world we feel like we have to be perfect, and we absolutely do not. All right, we're going to speed through this next piece. I'm going to go ahead and create a whole lot more of those. 5 across and then 1 up to create a zigzag path until we have 30 boxes. Up next, I'm going to make a start sign because everyone wants a start when they're on a new path. We're going to just use my ruler to get a nice pretty diagonal line and then draw the rest of the start banner. Funny enough, this particular ruler that I'm using has been in my stationery kit for about 30 years. It got bought as a necessary piece for school back when I was in elementary school, and it's been with me ever since. It's a nice sturdy ruler. Alright, now I am also zipping through the creation of these numbers because you didn't want to watch my left hand write all these out where you couldn't see them. 1 through 30, starting at 1 and then down here at the bottom, all the way to the number 30. Alright, that's pretty good, right? Like, that's looking good. But now it's time to make it pretty. So what I'm doing is I am using all of the washi tapes in one of the washi palettes that AN bought to show this off. So again, all of these are available in that single washi palette. You get a meter each of these tapes, which is quite a bit. Like, if think about how little you're using for this particular project, and then you're not left with an entire 10 meters worth, which is what you would get for most of these tapes if you were buying a whole roll. So I've got those down. Now it's time to use my favorite new tool, the slicing pen. This pen has the tiniest, absolute tiniest blade you have ever seen in your life. It probably could not draw blood if you pricked your finger with it. It is so tiny. And what it does is it allows you to be able to cut the washi tape with ease without cutting your paper. I press hard by nature. It is hard for me to have a light touch on these kinds of things. I watch people with X-Acto knives have a light touch, and I'm jealous of them. I can't do that. I need something that literally is not going to go through the paper, and this blade is it. So you can see me here really just almost scoring it, and then I'm able to pull it right off. And these are available in the shop. I am a huge fan. It's meant for light touch, but if you're like me and you have a heavier touch, you can be careful with it and it still works really great. Okay, now we're going to add some green. Why? Because this project felt like it needed a little bit of green. AN also bought this green. This is Peacock green. And what I'm going to do is slice it again to get them into razor thin pieces. So again, I am just going through and evening it out so it's the same length as the other washi tapes. There we go. And now I'm going to use the ruler to make sure that I'm getting a straightish line. I'm going to run the pen down it. And I'm going to do this twice. So I'm going to cut this piece of tape into thirds. Okay. Now when I peel this off, it's going to peel really easily into 3 much skinnier sections that I can move on top of the other pieces of washi tape. Like so. Okay, then we'll do the other one. And like I said, perfectionism, this project is not that. But I will fix the occasional piece of tape so that we don't have a gap. Alright, we're going to need some more tape for that top piece, so I'm just slicing off another piece in this one. If I had another project handy, I would use the rest of this tape for that project, but I didn't have that, so a little bit of this washi is going to get wasted. But you learn quickly. You can't be too precious about your washi tape just because it's pretty. Alright, I'm going to make the one slice. And pull the rest off. All right. I'm really happy with how this looks. We've got some plain washi, we've got some colorful washi, and now it's really just about adding some finishing touches. I have some pet tape in my personal collection. This is not currently in the shop. I need some pet tape in the shop, but I do not have any right now. So, pet tape, PET tape, is plastic, it's see through, and it's basically one big roll of sticker. This particular one is from the shop on Wise out of Turkey. So what I've done, I used the pen again to slice a little picture of some pine trees, and I'm going to pull it off. That leaves the rest of the roll intact, and I'm just going to fill that gap with the pine trees. I think it matches nicely. And then there's just a tiny bit of it up on the top, and after many attempts and using multiple tools, I figured out the X-Acto knife was the best way to go to cut it off the top. Alright, we are ready for our finishing touches on this spread. Now, AN, I know, is a screenwriter, and she's got projects that need to be written, and she's got projects that need to be edited. So what is this going to be? Well, this is going to be her path to getting pages written. And what I'm creating now is just a title that says this is her writing goal. And apologies for the fact that I am indeed left-handed and you can't see what I'm writing at all. Alright, so this is her writing goal, and her writing goal is 4 pages a day. That's 4 script pages a day. Uh, and that's why we did these rows and columns of 4 squares, because each one can be 1 page. So now, if I take a different color of pen and go up there to day 1, I can color in my progress page by page. And see when I finish a day. And hopefully I end up with a full month. Thanks for watching.